New at 6, an investigation into corruption that may have cost taxpayers millions of dollars.
If they dig deep, there's going to be some people who have problems.
The projects the county says never happened, and the claims the corruption goes deeper than investigators realize. Good evening, I'm John Bachman, in for Justin Farmer.
And I'm Monica Pearson. Bid rigging, fraud, and kickbacks are at the center of the allegations against the DeKalb County Watershed Department. The district attorney's office wants a special grand jury to investigate the alleged corruption. New at 6, Channel 2's Jody Fleischer has dug into the records. Jody.
Monica, there are two very different sides to this story, but both of them allege some pretty serious corruption within the Watershed Department. If you ask the county, there's a contractor overbilling and ripping off taxpayers. But his attorney says that's all a cover-up for incompetence and an even bigger scheme to shake down that contractor for cash.
He was given directions, cut this, and he cut it.
Attorney Bob Wilson says this entire investigation started with his client's lawsuit. Champion Tree Service was hired to cut trees and clear easements so another company could map the county's stormwater lines. Champion submitted invoices and then sued when the county failed to pay more than $880,000.
They didn't pay him because they didn't have the money to pay him. They hadn't budgeted, and people didn't have the political courage to go to the county governing authority and say, hey, we need more money because we've overspent.
But the county says it stopped paying after discovering massive overbilling that cheated DeKalb County out of hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions. Records accuse Champion Tree Service of billing for trees that were not cut and bigger areas that even existed. An estimated $3 million in fraud, theft, even racketeering.
Whenever you have that much money changing hands, it's important to make sure that the rules are followed.
District Attorney Robert James will convene a special investigative grand jury to get to the bottom of where the real corruption lies. The county fired 2 watershed employees, including Nadine Magsudlu, who oversaw the Champion contract. Her brother-in-law was working for Champion and is also under scrutiny.
How deep it goes in whether it involved other contracts or not is obviously something that, if it did, we certainly would like to see it exposed. And we'd like to see, the people, if they were taking advantage of the system and did wrong, we'd like to see them brought to justice.
But Wilson thinks the allegations against his client and the county employees are a cover-up to hide the incompetence in not budgeting enough money and an effort for higher-ups to take a cut of what Champion billed.
It would appear that there may have been ways that you didn't get contracts unless you paid for them. We contend our client didn't get paid because he wouldn't grease anybody's palm.
Wilson says the county's own inspectors verified that the trees were actually cut every time a bill was paid. The district attorney says the grand jurors should look at every aspect of all of this and the bigger picture of all watershed contracts. They will not be able to issue indictments, but can recommend that to the DA. They'll be sworn in next week. Monica?